Hello guys, so welcome to another tier list series. So today we're going to talk about M. Night Shyamalan's movies after the release of Trap. So we're going to start with After Earth.
You're wrong! I'm not a coward! You're the coward! I'm not a coward!
Awful. It's dog shit. It just made it look like Jaden Smith had no career in acting, even though he was pretty good in Karate Kid. Yeah. Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah. His early days when he was a kid, that was probably the best, because teenage years instantly, like, his acting went downhill and he's kind of like gone on to other stuff instead, like fashion, music. That's what he decided to do. And man, I'd love to see him again in like either the last season of Cobra Kai or this next film that's coming with because Mr. Han's coming back in Karate Kid 2, what's coming next year. Yeah. So hopefully they can get Jaden Smith back, even if it's the last time we ever see him act. I just want to see him in Karate Kid again, the franchise. But yeah, this movie's awful. You think acting with his dad again, you think he'd be really good in this, but at the end of the day, it's M. Night Shyamalan. Like, he just... what awful dialogue in a lot of films, and this is probably like the worst dialogue I've... oh, I mean, there is another film on here, so I'd say it's one of the worst. Probably the second worst. Number one, we'll get to that, but at least I can enjoy that because it's just so hilarious how bad it is. Where this film is just completely awful. Denied! Sit down!
Are you asking me or telling me?
May I go to my room, sir?
Denied! Sit down!
Oh my god, and then Jaden Smith's acting, it's just so bad. Yeah. And let's talk about probably one of his best films, Split. Perfect. Played by the guy from, X-Men First Class, who played Professor X. Like, he's just so good in this. He's so good at playing like a crazy person. Well, a person with split personalities. Like, he does it so well. And the girls he kidnaps, it's just, the way how he did the story was just so good. Yeah. Really, really good. I mean, and then they end up actually connecting this film to probably my favourite movie from M. Night Shyamalan, Unbreakable. That's the pinnacle of M. Night Shyamalan for me. He doesn't get any better than Unbreakable. Yeah. I'm not sure what I would have thought if I actually got to watch The Sixth Sense without spoilers, but yeah, because we'll get to that. But yeah, it's a great film. Yeah, it's awesome. And old, meh. It's not bad, but it's meh. It was like before Trap came out. The only recent film I watched from M. Night Shyamalan. It was pretty weird. You know, obviously weird dialogue. The premise was weird with people aging and stuff like so quickly, and it was supposed to be some kind of like scheme from some people, and it seems like they keep doing it too. Interesting concept, but I don't know, the way how M. Night Shyamalan did it, even though it was interesting, he just couldn't execute it that well. Yeah. It's not bad though, but it's nothing great either. Yeah. The Visit, feeling good. I don't know what most people would think about this film, but basically these kids end up visiting their grandparents, but then, they find out that it's not actually their grandparents at some point, and their grandparent tries to basically kill them.
Oh, this'll just take a second.
I mean, this movie is nothing crazy and it's a bit goofy at times, but it's entertaining, yeah. And that's all I'll say about that. And if you've never watched it, I recommend it. And if you have and you don't like it, then I don't blame you. It just worked for me, yeah. But it's nothing special. It's not great or awesome. So yeah, Unbreakable. That's just like, the best. I'm just trying to put it in front of Split. Perfect film. Probably one of Bruce Willis's best movie, if not his best movie. Samuel Jackson at his best in this film too. At least for the most part, the dialogue's not very cringy, because M. Night Shyamalan has like very cringy dialogue. People don't talk like normal human beings sometimes, but it's not too bad in this. And just the plot in general is pretty good. Like basically, Bruce Willis basically being a vigilante, basically, I'm not really gonna say the twist of Samuel Jackson because if you haven't really watched the film, I wouldn't want to reveal it. But by the time you get to the end, it's just probably one of the best twists you'll see in the film, other than this one, The Sixth Sense, which sadly was spoiled for me. But I'll just put it in great. Probably if I actually got to watch it without knowing the spoilers, probably would put it in awesome. But yeah, great for the movie itself, but also knowing what happens. I'd still say it's great. Yeah, it's one of his best films. Again, has Bruce Willis. Has this kid actor who's pretty good too. And I don't want to get into spoilers because yeah. And in a way, it's also, you could also say it's a good horror film too. Yeah, it's pretty good. And that's what I'll say without saying spoilers if you somehow don't know anything about The Sixth Sense. And if I'll talk about another trash film, let's talk about his recent film, Trap. Oh man, it's just because yeah, this is like his latest film, and it's just weird because at one point the movie's like, I'd definitely say it's good, and then it goes into like okay meh territory, and then slightly bad.
Never let the two lives touch.
And then by the end, I'll just put it in good, but I prefer The Visit. Yeah. It's just the main actor in the film. He did a really good job, and from the trailers, I guess you're aware that, he's playing like a serial killer, and he's kind of trapped in a consort with his daughter. And that concept isn't actually that bad, yeah. It's just since it's M. Night, he's not going to do it perfectly, yeah. And that's the issue, it's M. Night. I feel like if it was any other director, it was decent, because even a director could possibly even make this film even worse, or like awful. And he's like M. Night at this point has a lot of experience directing, so if it was like around these times, it would have been like After Earth bad. Like he probably would have found a way to make this movie really bad. And I know some people don't like this film, but yeah, I still enjoyed it, yeah. Because the beauty of M. Night Shyamalan is that everyone can be very divided about his films, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's not really much directors where everyone has like a different opinion on their films. Like it's like mostly like, the most they like it, and then there's only a few that will like say the bad, or like the other way around, like mostly will say the bad, but then there's only a few that say the good, like Zack Snyder for example.
Kalel, no!
Like at the beginning, he made so many great films, like 300 and stuff.
This is madness! This is Sparta!
But then we got garbage like the DC films, like Dawn of Justice, that Batman v Superman, the Justice League. But I never watched the proper Syndicate, so I can't really say not about that, and I'm never gonna watch it because there's one actor in the film that I just completely despise. It's like he's one of the worst human beings for me.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
Whoa, bro.
Want to fight? You want to learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
Whoa, bro.
Want to fight?
So probably never gonna watch it, which you can probably guess which one I mean. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, every director, you have like a certain opinion that most people have, but M. Night Shyamalan's just so unique because everyone has a different opinion on him. Yeah, which is cool. But yeah, let's just get back to the film. So the Signs, I'm putting it okay because I know this would be like a very controversial choice, but I'm putting it in okay because this is one of his films that has really weird dialogue. Like they make the flipping kids talk like adults.
Yes? Said they would probably invade. They would use ground tactics, hand-to-hand combat. They wouldn't use our technology or fight an airborne battle, because they know eventually we would use nuclear weapons.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
While the adults talk like kids. The aliens are like probably one of the worst aliens, if not the worst aliens I've seen in a film ever, because their weakness is water, and they're trying to take over a planet that's filled with water mostly, so yeah. Just that kind of stuff. But everything else is fine, I guess. It's just those things in particular are my biggest issue with the film, where I could never say it's like great or awesome. At one point I probably could put it in good, but I'm just putting it in okay, even though I know it's like one of his most highly rated films. Yeah, that's just me though. And there's actually some films that I haven't watched here, but oh man. From the rest, I don't even think any more would be going in like awesome or great. Yeah. Glass. Oh man, I'm not ready to talk about that one. Lady in the Water though, I'm actually putting that in good, so this is probably the last one I'll probably put in good. The Memory, maybe I could put it above The Visit. Yeah, has a decent story. I know some people will be thinking like, are you crazy? But I don't care. It has a decent story to me. This is probably his most underrated film, to be honest. Yeah, Lady in the Water. I liked it. I've only ever seen it once, but I liked it, and if I watched it again, probably would feel the same way. Yeah. Then there's Avatar, awful, instantly.
Are you the Avatar, Ong?
That child is being arrested.
For what?
He was bending tiny stones at us from behind a tree. It really hurt.
What are you, fucking stupid?
It basically did like my second favourite show of all time and my favourite cartoon show of all time, Dirty, and it wasn't only until recently where they did a better job, but still not perfect. Oh yeah, there is some issues with the recent Netflix show of Avatar, The Last Airbender. But it's at least better than M. Night's. Yeah, it has better fighting, in some areas better story, but then they end up changing some of the lore, which I really don't like. But you know, it's still better than M. Night's film, yeah, the Netflix series. And it's gonna have an actual finished story, like M. Night's, because when he tried to do it, like, it just failed. Yeah. Of all the directors, why did they have to get M. Night? Yeah, he's better when he's like trying to make his own stories, even though sometimes they might not work. Yeah. And then The Happening. Oh my god. I mean, basically this is like awful, but I probably would put it in like the top of awful, but if you're just watching it as like a flipping comedy, it's awesome.
I hear you whispering. Planning on stealing something?
No, ma'am, we're not.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep?
What? No.
Oh my god. And I think I'm just gonna leave it here. Yeah. What? No. Like this flipping one of the funniest films I've ever seen in my life. The Happening, man. Oh my god. It's hilarious. It's awesome. It's just so funny. Like, oh my god. Like the definition of just bad dialogue, this film. Even flipping when the actors end up questioning the director, like, what the hell are you making me say? Shouldn't we talk more like actual normal people? And then it's like,
food if the place is boarded up and nobody's lived here for a long time. What makes you think there's fresh groceries?
2 words. Canned goods.
just read the script. Like, to the point where literally the actors are questioning, like, what the hell are you making me read? Like, it's just hilarious. What? No! Oh my god, that movie is just a masterpiece in comedy, but you know, it's definitely like in awful territory. But if you're just watching it for fun, it's awesome. Like Chris Stockman would say, it's a hilariosity. Yeah. I think I've watched The Village before, and I'd say it's okay. I'd put it above the Signs. Yeah. These two, I don't really remember that well, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna rate them yet. But Glass, it's just hard to know where to put this. It's somewhere here. But I just, because the movie starts off well, but then the middle part ends like, oh man, are we really doing this? And then by the end I'm just like, oh, you failed this film. I just hate that I started off like having a lot of hope for the film, and then in the middle part I'm just like, oh, I'm worried that they're gonna go in a certain direction, and then they actually go in a direction. I'm just like, oh, what did you do? What was even the point of even making the films linked if you're gonna do this? And if you've watched the films, you know what I'm talking about. Like, why? Why did you do that? Because yeah, basically, Split and Unbreakable, you know, they end up making them in the same timeline, and then Glass is the one to like bring them all together, and then just end up like completely just ruining everything. I just don't like what they decided to do. Yeah. So I don't think M. Night will ever do that again since this movie flopped, Glass. So I'm just thinking where I'm gonna put this. Because of how disappointing it was, because it's basically ruining my favourite M. Night movie, Unbreakable, in a way. I mean, in some way there's some good that comes out of the ending, but then there's also the bad. If I'm just judging it on the bad, I'll just put it here, yeah, bad. Yeah, because the movie starts off with a lot of promise, and then they're going in a direction I don't like. Yeah. And then the movie's just, no. It basically possibly affects these films when you know how things are going to go in Glass. But I still think you can still enjoy these films anyway. And they're happening, like, if you're just watching it as a comedy, it's a masterpiece. Yeah. As for these films, I'm not really sure where to rank them. Especially if I don't remember them that well, which is probably saying something, so I'll just put them in, like, the... Yes, Knock at a Cabin. I nearly forgot about this one. Yeah, it's a good film. I'll just put it in good. I think I like Lady in the Water more, but yeah, good film. Had Batista in it. Had Ronald Weasley from Harry Potter and some two other actors. Yeah, decent story. Obviously, it's not perfect because it's M. Night, but yeah, decent film. And that's my ranking of the M. Night films. Also, if you have more memory of these films, let me know down below, and if you would like rank them way higher. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I've got to say here. Let me know what your ranking of M. Night's films would be. Be sure you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.